We want to be able to find the y-intercept. We find the y-intercept the same way that we have always done. When you're finding the y-intercept, you want the x value to be 0, right? So what you're finding is really f of 0 to get your y-intercept. Okay? Notice these are the same problems that we looked at for the x-intercepts. We're just finding the y-intercepts. Now, if you remember from our polynomial union, in order to find the y-intercept for the polynomial, so we're just looking at the top, it ended up being the constant, right? So now we have two polynomials just divided on top of each other. So what happens is that when you plug in 0, notice you'll get the two constants over each other. So you'll get 27 over negative 12, or if you're looking at just actually plugging it in, you'll have 0 squared minus 12 times 0 plus 27 over 2 times 0 squared minus 5 times 0 minus 12. So on top, these go to 0, plus 27 is just the 27. And then these both go to 0, so 0 minus 12 is negative 12. Okay? I look to see if I can reduce the two of these. Both of them are divisible by 3, so we're going to divide by 3 on each one. So if I do 27 divided by 3, that gives us 9. If I do 12 divided by 3, that gives us 4, and it's still negative. So I get negative 9/4. So f of 0 is negative 9/4. So as far as showing your work for y-intercepts, this would be sufficient for showing your work, or you could have f of 0 equals this and then reduce to that. Both of them are fine. Remember, if you have a TI calculator, that you can do 27 divided by negative 12 and then math frac it, and it will reduce the fraction for you. So that's also an option. Okay? So if we look at this one, if I find f of 0, these all go to 0, so I get negative 6 on top. And then on the bottom, these both go to 0, so then I get 0 plus 16, which is just 16. Both of these are divisible by 2. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. 16 divided by 2 is 8, so I get negative 3/8. So our f of 0 is negative 3/8. If we want to find the y-intercept for this one, when I plug in 0 here, that goes to 0, so we have negative 7 on top. On the bottom, we have 0 squared here, which goes to 0, so then just minus 9 on the bottom. Remember that negative divided by negative is positive, so this flips to positive 7/9. So our y-intercept is 7/9.